It's a me,
Mario.
What's up, everyone? It's me. You know me, right? Right? I hope you didn't forget who I was. I almost didn't do this. I was like this close to not doing it, but my hype for this Super Mario movie is uncanny. Like, that's all I've been wanting to talk about, and I feel like not many of my friends can really relate to the hype that I have for this film. So I want to start off by saying that I know whenever this video comes out, it's probably going to have been like a week, heck, maybe even longer since the trailer dropped. And a few days ago, I made a poll on Twitter asking you guys, is it too late? And everyone seemed like they wanted me to make a video. So I know everyone and their mother has already made a video about this and broken down the trailer, but by golly, I want to talk about this movie. And also, before I get into the actual video, I want to go ahead and say, I know it's been a bit since I last uploaded, but I plan to make a video explaining where I've been and what I've been up to, so that'll all come later. Anyway, let's roll the first clip.
Where am I?
Ooh, fresh meat for the grinder.
Pay him no heed. He is cute, but he is.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
There's no escape. The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
So here we get an opening shot of what looks like Bowser's castle, or at least some kind of prison where he keeps his captives. We then get a shot of a bunch of different cages hanging from the ceiling as Luigi drops in, and also this Goomba that I thought was worth mentioning. Next, we get to hear a little bit more of Charlie Day's Luigi until he gets interrupted by an obnoxiously carefree Luma. Or, more specifically, this little guy is a Luma Lee. Look at this little McDonald's toy I got. Anyway, this little guy appears to be a Luma Lee, as it's blue and has a little split at the top of its head. They appear in Super Mario Galaxy, favorite game of all time, as almost some kind of shop, wherefore in exchange for feeding it Starbits, you can obtain either a 1-up mushroom or a life mushroom, helping you on your journey. Also, I want to point out, while the jokes about this Luma being dark are really funny, it's actually not out of character. See, Lumas have the ability to transform from minor planetoids to entire galaxies, and according to Rosalina, some Lumas can even transform into power stars. So it may be dark, but it also makes sense why this guy would be open to the idea of death. Anyway, enough of me nerding out about Mario Galaxy, let's get back to the trailer.
My army! Koopas! Goombas! Whatever those things are!
Aww.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Koopas!
Koopas.
Goombas! Whatever those things are. Those are actually called Spinies, by the way. I'm not a nerd, you are. Okay, but for real, let's back up a bit. So in this opening shot of all the enemies, we see a ton of Koopas. There's a Piranha Plant over here, looks like some Shy Guys. Next, we get to see a shot of Bowser himself with Kamek by his side. It then cuts back to the Koopas, and I want to point out this Koopa with the blue armor on it looks like it's supposed to be themed after the blue shell from Mario Kart. And in case you didn't know, or have never played Mario Kart in a day in your life, the blue shell it's one of the most broken power-ups in Mario Kart. If you get it at any point in the race, you can throw it and it knocks out whoever's in first place. So, yeah. All that just to say, it wouldn't surprise me if this is like some higher-ranked Koopa amongst Bowser's army. I don't know. There's also this little guy popping out of a Piranha Plant. I thought that was funny. Now for the Goombas. There are these two guys on the right side headbutting each other, as well as this other guy eating another Goomba's head. What? The only other thing I really want to point out in this segment is, behind Kamek and Bowser, it looks like there's a power star that he obtained probably early on in the movie. I don't know if it's the same one he got from when he attacked the penguins in the first trailer, but I don't know, I just thought it was an interesting detail.
Bowser is coming.
I'm not afraid. I'll do anything for my brother.
We're going to save him.
Next, we're greeted to a shot of the interior of Peach's castle. We get to see the world map rising out of the ground with what appears to be a sun around it, straight out of Mario 64. What an interesting detail. Something else I want to mention that's also from Mario 64 are these paintings on the side of the wall. In Mario 64, you had to jump into these paintings to enter whatever level you were going to, so could we possibly see it as some way of travel in this film? Next, we get two shots that I have been dying to talk about. They are both references to two different Mario games. One which appears to be a reference to Bob-omb Battlefield. You can tell by the cannon and this wooden ramp over here. But the big giveaway is the floating island with the tree. Anyway, this next shot looks like it's supposed to be the Sand Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey. The upside down giant floating pyramid's kind of a dead giveaway. Also, going back a couple of shots to the Fire Flower field, I want to point out Toad's bag. It looks a lot like Captain Toad's backpack from the Captain Toad game. So yeah, I just thought that was a cool detail.
Yes! Fire!
You asked for it.
This is fun!
Okay, so now we get to talk about one of my favorite shots from this trailer. Here we see Mario and Donkey Kong, who appear to be fighting together, so something must have happened in that clip from the last trailer we saw in this moment. Mario kicks a question block in the air, Donkey Kong punches it, uses a fire flower, which is new by the way, and then Mario eats a mushroom before Naruto running off. I had to do it, but honestly, this is just a reference to how Mario threw his arms back at top speed in Mario Bros 3, and I'm pretty sure he's done it in a few other games since then. But yeah, if you got to top speed in Mario Bros 3, you could actually like fly, or I think it was like more of a glide. I know you could jump high if you had the Tanuki suit, so yeah. The next shot is obviously reminiscent to the 2D side-scrolling games. Mario jumps and hits a block with a hammer bro on top, which is really cool to me because that's the easiest way to kill them in the games. And then after that, we get to see Mario do his signature ground pound move.
Here we go!
It looks like this next shot is back in Donkey Kong Country. This also looks like the place that they're going to be building their carts for the Mario Kart sequence. Now, I'm not sure if this is like a specific level or place from the Donkey Kong games or if this is like entirely new, but if you look closely, you can actually see the select menu from Mario Kart 7, or 8 I guess technically, because that's literally how you build your cart in the games. And I love it. I love it so much.
Let's end this.
Here, Bowser's minions assemble. The screen shell that's fired then bounces off of 3 different carts, which is interesting because in the Mario Kart games, the green shell breaks on impact. So, I don't know what's up with that, but it's kind of cool. Mario then falls off the track and then lands on another part of it, which really, really captures the chaos of Rainbow Road. But then he hops over to another cart, making the classic jump sound that we all know and love, stomps on that Koopa using his shell and then throwing it behind him. This doesn't even look like an Illumination movie to me. I'm so excited, but that's not all. I was just gonna cover the trailer, but there was also a clip that surfaced a few days ago. Amazon's doing some kind of sweepstakes, and if you enter it, then you get like a 30-second clip from the movie itself, and it's like one of the shots that we saw in the first trailer where Mario meets Toad for the first time. So I'm also going to be going over that. If you don't want to see any of it, just go ahead and click off. Thank you for watching this far, I guess. But I thought, you know, might as well just include it because there's a little bit here I want to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll the whole clip.
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine.
That's a little mushroom man talking to me.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toad.
Mario. So this is not a dream? Ah!
That hurt, right?
Yes!
Definitely not a dream.
So right off the bat, we hear the da 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 da, which is part of, you know, the Mario theme, which they seem to be using a lot, and I love it. The music is going to be everything. I need an official soundtrack now. Like, the music is probably going to be my favorite part of this, not gonna lie. But then we get to see a difference in the clip from one of the first trailers we saw. If you go back and look, when Mario's like looking around, you know, he's like, what is this place? I was like, the first time we heard him talk too, he just walks up to the mushroom, tries to touch it, and then Toad appears. No, don't touch that mushroom, you'll die! Whatever. But they changed it. So now I guess in the official movie, he's not gonna say anything at all, which I like better. And I have my own thoughts as to, you know, how I feel about Chris Pratt as Mario. And if you guys would like to see a video of me talking about that, I personally think he's fine as Mario. Early on, yeah, I think the big problem is in that first trailer, they just didn't use like the best that they could have used. Like, they didn't do him much justice. I feel like at the end of the day, it would have been hard regardless, you know, to have that perfect casting as Mario, because most of these characters, they're having to like write personalities for, because up until now, they've had like somewhat of a personality, but they were mainly just like expressions. Like, Nintendo characters just don't talk. Anyway, I don't want to get off onto that. I will say though, some of these interviews Chris Pratt has done lately have been kind of rough. I won't deny that.
Right, I mean, Mario's voice is, it's a guy named Charles Martinet does the voice from the comics. It's obvious, or from the comics, from the video game.
What did he say?
But no, I feel like he's gonna be fine once we get in there and like start hearing, you know, him talking and whatever. I think he's a great Mario. Anyway, if you listen close in this next shot, you can hear the Captain Toad theme in the background kind of building up.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toad.
Mario. So this is not a dream?
And this kind of makes me think maybe we're gonna get to see Toad become Captain Toad or something. I don't know. But after he whacks Mario with a stick, this is basically the end of the clip. It's nothing too special, but I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to put it in my video, you know? So, but anyway, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. I could honestly just continue talking about it and going through the past trailers and, you know, putting things together and looking at all the references. This is the movie that I dreamed of having whenever I was little, and I'm finally getting it. And I know a lot of other people felt the same way. So it's just really cool to see. Like, this is going to be revolutionary for Nintendo, and I have high hopes for it, I will admit. So anyway, I will see you all in my next video. I will make a update video of some sort, gross, explaining what all I've been up to and where I've been, but I'm still here. So anyway, I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. I just said that. Anyway, see you guys later.
Charles Martinet